Hi there, friends. Welcome. I hope this new year has been off to a really wonderful start for you. For those of you who enjoy makeup, it's always fun to begin the new year trying out some new products that we've had on our wish list. There were several makeup products I'd heard others rave about this past year, and I was very fortunate to be able to use some holiday gift money to purchase a few of them. So today I can't wait to try 7 of these products for the first time, so together we can take a look at how they perform on mature skin. So if you also have mature skin and are over 50, 60, or beyond, stay tuned. I think we'll have some fun checking out these new products. Before we take a look at these new products, let me extend a huge thank you to those of you who are returning to this channel. Your encouragement, your support, and kindness has truly meant the world to me over this past year, and I am so grateful to you all. And if this is your first time watching, thanks so much for checking out this channel. My name is Elise, and I'm a professional working makeup artist. Several years ago, I heard a woman over 50 say, "I've forgotten what it looks like to feel pretty, and I don't think a 20-year-old is ever going to really understand my 50-year-old skin." Well, these thoughts express some of the reasons why I've dedicated my work as a makeup artist and created this YouTube channel specifically to help those of us over 50 with makeup tips and techniques that work for us now, so we can look fresher and more polished and more vibrant and alive. So if this focus sounds interesting to you, I hope you'll join our wonderful family by subscribing to this channel. And if you also tap on that bell icon below the video and to the right, you'll be notified each Thursday when I launch a new video. And I thank you so much in advance if you choose to do so. Now, on to testing out some new makeup. As you can see, I've already put on eye primer and filled in my eyebrows, and I've also applied a little bit of Benefit's Pore-fessional Hydrating Primer to my face, just in the middle part where I have the worst pores. I'll be starting with a new eyeshadow palette called Untamed from the brand Sigma. Now, I have to admit that I was pleasantly surprised when I heard several people on YouTube talking about how much they like this palette and this formulation. Since I think when most of us hear the brand name Sigma, we automatically think of makeup brushes, which is really where they've been known to shine for the past few years. But Sigma has really upped their game with some nice eyeshadow products in the last several years, including these 2 other palettes. Their Enchanted palette in 2019, and this Coeur de Rose palette early last year. They also have on their website a new 14 pan palette called Warm Neutrals. And it looks very similar to the 3rd palette that I have called Sigma Warm Neutrals Volume 2. But their new palette is larger than the palette that I have. This is my smaller Warm Neutrals Volume 2 eyeshadow palette. However, the palette I have has 5 mattes, and it looks to me like the one on their website possibly has 7 mattes, but I can't be absolutely sure. But let's go ahead and try out this Untamed palette. I'm going to go for a lavender and blue look, so I'll be focusing on this side of the palette. This is Moxie, which I'll be starting out with. Below Moxie is Fierce. Dauntless is to the right of Fierce, it's the blue, and this over here is Instinct. I'm starting with Moxie, and I'm going to put that in my crease area. It's not showing up a lot because it's pretty light, but that's okay. What I want to do is get it in my crease, and then I'm just going to get what's left over on the brush after most of it is off and bring it up toward my eyebrow. That way I have a really nice, very light gradation of color. Then I'm taking Instinct, which is a little bit deeper color, as you can see, and I'm putting that in the crease as well. And I'm going to lift it up toward this side of my eye. So I'm building up the lavender, and it's sort of a dusty lavender color. And I'm going to put a little bit of the dusty lavender deeper shade called Instinct just on the outer edge of my eye and the outer part of my crease. been hard for me to resist dipping into this palette, but I wanted to make sure that we shared it together when I first tried it out. Now I'm going to take this gorgeous blue Dauntless and I'm going to put that on the outer part of my crease and the outer corner of my eye. And again, I'm using this very flat, dense brush to do that. I'm just going to pat it on. I can't wait to see what this color looks like. It's such a gorgeous color. And I'm going to keep building it up till I get a stronger color. And of course, the shade that I put underneath it is lightening it up a bit too, which is another reason why I have to build it up. Now it's time to do some blending. So I'm going to blend that crease area first. And just bring that up slightly. And then blend on the lid of my eye. Now I am getting quite a bit of fallout. Whoo! Oh, wow. I got a lot of fallout. And try and get most of that off with the makeup wipe. This is why I don't put on foundation ahead of eye makeup. Okay, that's looking better. Now I'm going to take this color Fierce, which has some shimmer to it, and I'm going to apply that over the middle part of my lid. I'm going to use my finger because I think that's going to show up a lot better. Also going to use my finger to apply some of this blue. I want to make sure I get right in the crease. So I'm going back to my trusty Laura Geller French Vanilla and using that on the inner corner. Then I'm going back with the lightest color, Moxie, and I'm going to put it right in the center of the eyelid. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this shimmer called Spirit. I'm going to try to blend it in with Moxie. And I'm going to try and blend it in with Fierce, which is the shimmer violet color. So they sort of seamlessly meld into each other. And just a little bit more of the French Vanilla here. Then I'm going to take a tiny bit of Wicked, which is this black color, and put it at the very outer edge of the crease and the eyelid. I'm going to use a more detailed pencil brush to do this. This is definitely going to make it a more dramatic look. Right, time to blend. I'm going to do a little bit, something a little different on the other eye. I'm going to start with my French Vanilla to lighten up that area. Then I'm going to do what I did on the other eye. I'm going to go in with Moxie. I think I'm going to like this a little bit better to put a light color on the eyelid first. Then I'm going in with a deeper color Instinct on the outer part of the crease, the outer part of the eyelid as well. What this is doing is giving me a lighter color to start with, which I like a lot better. Then I'm taking my finger and I'm applying Moxie, which is the deeper lavender shimmer in the middle. I'm going to apply Spirit, which is the lighter shimmer in the inner corner. And then I'm taking the blue Dauntless and just putting it on the outer part of my eye and in the outer crease. And I need to get into that crease area, which I can't do very well with my fingers, so I'm going to do that with my flat brush. I'm going to blend. And I'm going to put a little bit of that black in the outer corner as I did on the other eye. That just deepens up, makes that blue look more like a navy blue actually. And I'm taking my makeup wipe because we did have some more fallout. I'm going to clean that up. And I'm going to do a final sweep. I want to lighten this up just a little bit. So I'm going in with my French Vanilla. And then I'm going to use a brush that has nothing on it and go over the edges here. And I'm going to take my French Vanilla and just go on the inner corner and under the arch of the eyebrow. Next, I'm excited to try out a product that was kindly sent to me by a brand called Revant, which is a fairly new Canadian company. It's a gel eyeliner which comes in gray, brown, and black. I do love the fact that the company's goal is to, and I'm going to quote here, provide women of every generation a pro-age cosmetics line. The website says the gel eyeliner has vibrant, saturated color, it lasts for 24 hours, is waterproof and smudge-proof, and it's very creamy, so it glides on without tugging. This is what this eyeshadow looks like. Now these are all great qualities for those of us with mature skin, and I also appreciate the fact that it's an automatic pencil with a built-in sharpener at the other end, and it's made with safe ingredients designed specifically for sensitive eyes. And since it is waterproof, it can be used in the waterline. Let me go ahead and show you the colors. So here's the brown, the gray is in the middle, and then the black at the end. I'm also very glad that it's possible to smudge these eyeliners out so they look softer if they're smudged right away before they dry. But after they dry, they are definitely smudge proof. So I'm going to take the black pencil and I'm going to put 2 lines on the back of my hand. One line I'm going to smudge out since the pencil will not have dried and I'll be able to smudge it out. And the other line I'm going to let it sit for a while and then see if it smudges out after it dries. So as you can see, I was able to smudge out the line right after I applied it. So if you do want a softer look, you can definitely get it if you smudge it out right after you apply the eyeliner. And I'm going to let the other sit for a minute or so and then see if it smudges out. In the meantime, I'm going to apply this eyeliner. And because I want a softer look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an angled brush. This is a pretty firm angled eyebrow brush. And I'm going to rub it against this eyeliner. Now I want it low enough so I don't break it off, and you do have to rub it quite a bit to get the amount of product that you want when you do this kind of application. And then I'm going to use the brush to apply the eyeliner because a brush is far more forgiving. Now because I am applying this right away, I am able to smudge it out so I can get a softer look with this black, which is exactly what I want to do. And then I want to put a little bit along the bottom as well, what I have left over, not much, just in the outer 1/3. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the other eye, and this is more difficult for me because I don't see well. So I sort of feel my way along close to my lashes. And also I don't have as strong a magnifying mirror here in my studio as I do in my bathroom, which I probably should change. And there are 2 other brushes you can use to help apply eyeliner. One is a flat top brush and the other is the bent angled brush. Now I'm also going to take the black eyeshadow from the Untamed palette and I'm going to put a little bit of that on my angled brush and I can use that to soften out the eyeliner as well. So I think this other application of eyeliner has had enough time to dry, so I'm going to see if it smudges out now. Nope, I was rubbing very hard and it did not smudge out at all. I will definitely keep using these eyeliners. Next up is foundation, but since the foundation I'll be applying is mattifying, I want to apply a product before I apply my foundation that I've heard so many good things about. It's a product that will provide some glow to my skin, at least I hope it will. It's Charlotte Tilbury's Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I'm going to be using shade 2, which is light. I'm going to apply it on just one side of my face so we can compare the side of my face where I use this Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter product to the side of my face without this product on it. According to the product description, the Flawless Filter is created not only to provide glow, but also to blur and smooth the skin in a way that a real filter would. And there are 4 different ways to use it. It can be applied alone, under makeup, as I'm going to do it. It can be mixed in with foundation, or it can be applied alone on top of makeup for some added glow on various areas of the face. Here's the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. It has a doe foot applicator, so I'm just going to apply it. Just some drops of it across my face and cheek, and I'm just going to blend it in with my fingers. Oh, and I'm definitely seeing some glow. you see that glow happening? I may have put too much on and gotten too much of a glow. I think you can see the difference from this side of my face where I've applied the Flawless filter and this side of my face where I have not applied it. Here's the drugstore foundation I'm going to be using. It's Catrice's HD Liquid Coverage Foundation in Rose Beige. Even though it's the second lightest color of this foundation, it does look fairly dark in the bottle, so I'm hoping it will be the right color for me. I've never tried any of Catrice's products before, but I'm intrigued by the fact that this company is based in Germany and it adheres to the higher European Union regulations on safe ingredients for cosmetics. In addition, Catrice has banned 60 more ingredients which they deem unacceptable, which I think is pretty darn impressive. It's supposed to be high coverage, but with a very natural looking finish. I'm going to shake it first, put a few drops on the back of my hand, and then apply the foundation to the side of my face where I've applied the Flawless filter. Then I'll use my buffing brush to blend it in. I'm not a big fan of dropper applicators, but we'll see how this goes. So I just put some on the back of my hand, and then I'm dipping my brush into it and applying the foundation over it. Bring it down onto my neck area. This is an interesting texture. There's a little bit of a fragrance to it. I can't quite put my finger on what it is. I'm not crazy about fragrance in products, but it's not overwhelming. Now on the back of my hand, I'm going to mix some of the Flawless filter with the foundation to see if that provides more or less glow than the side of my face where I applied the Flawless filter under my foundation. So here I've applied the foundation and the Flawless filter on the back of my hand, and I'm going to mix them together. I really like how smoothly this foundation is going on. All right, let's take a look. This is the side where I applied the Flawless filter first on my face and then the foundation over it. And this is the side where I mixed the two together on the back of my hand and then applied it. I'm not sure if I'm seeing any difference, but there is definitely more glow to my skin than there would be if I just used the mattifying foundation. I do like the coverage. And it doesn't feel heavy on my face at all, which is really nice. I'm impressed. Obviously, I'm going to have to use this a little bit more to test it a little bit further. Now I'm going to head off camera for just a few minutes and apply my mascara, my under eye products, my contour, and lipstick, and I'll be right back so we can test out a new blush, which I'm really excited about, and 2 different highlighters. Now to finish off the look, I'm going to apply a blush that I couldn't resist swatching a few days ago, and it looked amazing on the back of my hand. Let's see how it looks on the face. It's Flower Beauty's Liquid Blush Balm in the color Bubbly, which is a light to medium cool tone pink. It has a really wonderful gel-like consistency, which is buildable according to the product information. I'm just going to put a little on the back of my hand and then apply just a very small amount with my fingers. This is what it looks like. Here's what the color looks like, and I'm just going to dot it starting back here and then just gently build it. I love, it goes on so easily. It just almost melts into the skin. I really like that. Just going to build it up a tiny bit more. Starting at the back and bringing it forward. I don't think I've ever had a blush that blended in that easily. That is amazing. One reviewer indicated that 2 of the things she liked about this blush was that it blended in beautifully without disturbing the foundation underneath it. And I can certainly agree with that. She also said it lasted for quite a while, and I will of course definitely have to check the wear time on this blush. But if all these things prove to be true, this may become my go-to blush. Let me show you the 5 other colors that are available in this Flower Beauty Blush Balm. There are a total of 4 warm tone shades and 2 cool tone shades. The last two products today are highlighters. One is from a clean beauty brand called RMS, and it's apparently become a bit of a cult favorite. It's the shade Living Luminizer, and here's what the swatch looks like. It comes in this container. This is what it looks like, and then I'll show you a swatch. This is by no means a blinding glow. It is just a very gentle glow. And I'm going to put it on this side of my face. I may already have enough glow with a flawless filter, but we're just testing out, so this may be maximum glow here. Well, it blends in really easily. Oh, I can definitely see a difference between this side of my face with the RMS luminizer and this side of my face without it. I'm not sure how much that's showing up on camera, but I can definitely see a difference. The RMS luminizer comes in 5 other shades, and it's formulated with organic coconut and castor seed oils, and the description indicates it provides a delicate, natural glow without grease or glitter, and I would certainly agree with that. Here are the 5 other shades that it comes in. Now on the other side of my face, I'm going to apply Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector in Vanilla Quartz. Let me swatch this highlighter for you. It comes in a container like this, and I think you'll see a much stronger glow with this Becca highlighter. And I'll put a little bit of this on this side of my face. This Becca product comes in 11 different shades, and 5 of those shades come in a smaller mini size, so that's even more cost effective. What's interesting about this Becca highlighter is that even though they're powders, they have a very buttery texture. The description indicates that ultra-fine multi-dimensional pearls both reflect and refract light, and the formula is mixed with a liquid which gives it that buttery feel. So now let me show you both sides of my face so you can see how each of these highlighters looks. This is the RMS Living Luminizer side, and this is the Becca Skin Perfector side in Vanilla Quartz. I have to admit I like both of these highlighters. In fact, there's rarely a highlighter I've ever met that I didn't like, but I don't know, I'll have to try them both a little bit longer and see if I do have a preference of one over the other. I think this definitely has a bit of a softer glow over this area, but I like this one as well. I don't know, I'd love to hear your thoughts. So let me take a moment just to share my first impressions of these products. Let's start with the eyes. I did like the Sigma Untamed palette, but I was a little disappointed that I had to build up the colors so much. But I do want to play with it a lot more, try out a lot of the different colors and see what I think at that point. But I really like the colors I ended up with. I really liked the Revant eyeliner. It was creamy, and if we have texture in our eye area like many of us do, that can make a big difference if it applies that easily. And I love the fact that I could soften it a bit before it dried. As far as the foundation goes, I really like the coverage. However, I have to say it feels a little bit drying on my skin. Now, that just may mean that I need to add a little bit more moisturizer before I use it. Again, I'll be testing it some more down the line. But it did provide really terrific coverage, and I do like the fact that it doesn't contain a lot of chemicals that some other foundations might. Charlotte Tilbury's Flawless Filter, I think, is an absolutely amazing product. I can see why so many people rave about it. I loved it both ways that I used it, underneath foundation and then mixing it with foundation. And I would certainly use it alone as a highlighter as well. I think that's going to be a product that I definitely repurchase down the line. But I think, frankly, my very favorite product that I used today was the Flower Beauty Blush Balm. I just was so thrilled with the way it went on so easily. It just glided over the skin. It didn't disrupt my foundation underneath it, and I was able to build up the color nicely. I'm going to definitely try a few other colors and keep using this and testing it some more, but I can say in my initial first impression, I loved it. As far as the highlighters go, I really liked both of them. I must say that the RMS just gave a gentle, luminous glow to the face, which I think was really subtle but lovely. The glow on the other other side with the Becca product was certainly a little bit stronger. And that's of course a look that I love as well. So I'm sure I'll be using both of these products down the line. Well, that's it for today, and I thank you so much for joining me. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd so appreciate it if you'd give it a thumbs up. And I'd love to know in the comments section below if you've tried any of these products, and if so, your thoughts on any of them. And I do know that Stacy has tried and really likes the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter product. And Stacy, I so appreciate your letting me know that. And a big shout out and hello if you happen to be watching today. And I'd also love to know if any of these products that you may not have tried intrigue you enough to try them. Thanks again for taking precious time out of your day to watch, and I hope you have a happy, healthy, and really fabulous rest of your day. Take care.